Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So it's Sunday morning and I thought I'd just do a little bit on my timeless travel journal. First of all, I just want to say a big thank you to you all for all your wonderful messages, comments and your emails. It's just lovely to know that you're all there for me. So I thought it's Sunday morning, I'll just do a little bit of crafting because this is my happy place. And I can relax here, so I thought I'd do a little bit of crafting, try and get a few videos done quickly. So here we go. So I'm working on this one now. The last time we did the napkins, we stuck some napkins just so I've got some bits to pop into the journal. I was going to put this one on the front, but I've changed my mind. I'm going to pop a tag on the front now. So what I've done, I've just made all the papers like this. I've grunged them up a bit. This is going to be a bit of a grungy one. Here, look, because what I've done, I've just distressed the edges of each page, just with the scissors like I do. Just scrunch it down like that all the way around, and then I've inked it. I sort of like ink down the middle of them as well, just to make it look a bit more like a little travel journal. And I think that looks really nice like that. Some of the bits on here I did rip just while I was distressing it, but I think it looks quite nice actually on some of these pages here. It looks like an old and rustic, which I quite like, and some of the on the corners, so I'm going to leave it like that. I think it looks nice anyway. Now I'm going to do a scrungy old cover for it. So what this is, I've just inked it up. It was a piece of calico here, which is really nice, and what I've done is just inked it up, grunged it up. I did wet it a little bit, so I think that looks quite good like that. And then underneath I've got a piece of card. This is just for the base for the cover, and I didn't have any brown, so I had to use white, so I've just edged it here with some ink, just so you can't see the edge. And when we pop this on, because what I want to do is just stick this on here like that. I'm going to just stick that down. I'm going to stick it down with a bit of glue stick, because I am going to sew over the top of it. I'm going to sew the little tag on. Let me just get rid of the sticky bits of glue. Okay, so we just glue this down, and I find that glue stick is the best to stick down, especially if you're going to sew around the edges anyway for fabric, because it doesn't seep through your fabric, so you don't have a big sticky mess. So I think this is a nice one. It sticks it quite well, so I'm going to pop that down. I'm just going to stick this on the top just like this, just to make sure, whoops, that we're in line with it. With the glue stick as well, you've got time to sort of move around. Just stretch it out like that, so we've just got around the edges like that. Looks a bit grubby, but it will be fine when it's done. Right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to make sure that's stuck down like this. Now, I don't want to sew around it because I need to put an inside piece on there. Got no lumpy bumpy bits on. Now what I've got for the cover, I've got one of the big tags, and I've just gone around the edges with a bit of vintage photo, and I popped a piece of string on there so it's all grungy like that. I'm going to pop it on there. I'm just going to pop it just over slightly, because I'm going to put an edge down here for the spine, and then I've got some other bits here from the embellishments on there, so I'm just going to stick these on like this. This is from one of my other kits, I'll pop them all down below, and that's one from the words. So we've got the boats and the voyage on there, and I thought I'd have a little bit of cheesecloth on there just like that. Whoops. So So that's on here like so, and maybe a piece of sort of cheesecloth just to grunge it up a little bit like that. So I think that's how I'm going to have the front cover, which I think looks quite nice. I do have bits of string left over. This has got a tough string. It's a very synthetic one, but I quite like it. I might just pop little bits in here, just like that, so it looks sort of like travelly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick this down here first, and I'm going to sew this on. That's why I don't want to put the inside piece on, because I want it to cover up the sewing bits so you can't see them inside. So I'm going to quickly go and sew around here. Alright, so I'll be back in 2 seconds. Okay, so that's all nicely sewn on. I've just gone sort of right round the outside on that. So I'm going to stick this down a little bit more. That's it. Cut these little bits off like that. Okay, so I think that looks quite nice, doesn't it? Now I've only got white cotton. I had white cotton in my machine, so I'm just going to go just around the edges just to darken it up a little bit. That's it. Now I want to put this on here, so I'm not sure whether to have that as like a little pocket in there and just sew around this bit, or just leave it like that and just sew it all the way on. I might just sew it all on, I think. So I'm going to stick this down. Like that. Now I need to sew along there, so I can't have it too far over. So I'm going to stick that on there. And then pop these on. And then I can sew it and stick it down as I go. Pop that piece on. Like that, and then that little bit on. I might do that one in a minute. I'll pop that one, I'll sew that one on afterwards, I think. I'll pop those bits on first. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly go around and sew that. I think that looks quite nice. Okay, so that's the front of it. So I think that looks quite nice now. So that's all on. So it is a little bit, so I can pop a little bit of fabric, I think, down there just as the spine for this to support the spine a little bit more. So now I want to do the inside. So I'm just going to pop this piece in. I'm going to leave this piece a little bit plain, I think, like that, so that fits in like that. But what I'm going to do, another piece that I've grunged up here, I'm going to make a pocket, which is just going to run all the way along, so you've got a pocket in the front and in the back. So I'm just going to just rip it down here. Let's just cut that little bit off there. Like so. I'm going to pop that along there like that, I think. So then we've got two little pockets in the front and the back. So I'm going to stick this on, because I only need to sew this around the edge. Yes. So let's get the glue stick out again. Oops. See if I can use up this glue. Stick it on nicely. There we go. Perfect. Now I want to stick this on. Make sure we get it level. right. Don't mind if it overlaps just a little bit. I think that looks good. Now where's my other glue stick? Okay, got a new glue stick now, so I'm just going to pop a little bit around the edge here, just so I can stick on the pocket, and then I can sew it like this. Take these little bits off. So it's going to be just a quick video like that. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to sew around it, but I'm going to sew from the front like that. Perfect. And then we'll have a little pocket in there. Okay, 2 minutes and I will be back. Okay, so that's sewn all the way around the outside. I went round it twice like that, so I think that looks quite nice. So I'm just going to get rid of this little bit of, just grunge it up just a little bit and get rid of the white cotton on there. Just ink it up like that. It doesn't matter how dirty you get it, which is quite nice, isn't it? How messy. So let's just go around this bit like this. Perfect. Ooh. Just goes like that. So we've got the little pocket, so then this can just be sewn in then, just like that. So I think that looks really nice. It will thicken up as we add bits and pieces to it, so I'm not quite sure whether to sew it in already or add some bits and pieces to it. So I shall see. Let's have a look what we've got here. So we've got all these lovely bits and pieces. So these are nice big pockets to pop things in. Sorry, I think I was out of shot then. And this lovely little folder one we've got, which will fit in there nicely as well. Lots of bits of pieces in there. So what shall we do? Can make some little pockets. That's a little bit too big. Yes, I can go around 2. Let me see, I might even fold that in half. Put it on the edge like that. So let's see what else we have. See, these are really nice to go in here. I like these little bits that I've got hanging off the edge. So that can go in. There's a nice little pocket as well. Little tuck spot in there. Now I need to go through all of these and see what I've got, because we've got all these bits and pieces as well on here. So I'll go through that. So that can be the next one, because that's enough for today. So there we go, guys. That's the start of the journal anyway. So that's a nice little grungy cover. I'll probably add a little bit more to bits and pieces to it, but I'm going to use another piece. I might just use a plain bit just to go sew that down through there as to support the spine. So we will see. All right, guys. Well, that's it for today. I will carry on with this probably tomorrow and do another video if I can. All right, guys. Take care. Hope you're having a fantastic day, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.